This is my Turbo Timber Evolution. It's a fantastic flying RC airplane. And I just want to show another flight on this one. So let's head outside to the grass field and do another flight on the Turbo Timber Evolution. Let's start off do some inverted flying. And although I have kind of a strong wind today, I think this plane just handles great when it comes to inverted flying. And overall, I mean, the Turbo Timber Evolution is one of the kind of the greatest, at least in this size, 1.5. It's a good size. I mean, if I would compare this then to some of my other RC airplanes in the same size, like for instance, you have the Air Tractor, the same wingspan. I think the Air Tractor is a more sporty plane than this. I think it rolls faster, it's a little bit more agile. On the other hand, this one flows better, and the Air Tractor does stall much sooner, so this wing is better. And then I also have the Free-Wing Pandora, which is a 1.4. And I think that the features on this one is better, although you can make like 4 planes out of the Pandora. And then you also have, which of course is a low-wing RC airplane, but the E-Flite Cirrus SR22T, which is it's a great RC airplane, but it's not a high wing, so really not comparable. And then I would like to have a comparison to planes like the Arrows RC Bigfoot, which is just a fantastic RC airplane in all aspects. And in many ways, I think the Bigfoot is a more fun RC airplane to fly. But this one, I mean, just certain things like you can remove the wing really easy. You have flows included. And I mean, look at it, just so easy just to get down and facing the wind. You can almost just stand still and plop it down on the ground. When you're time to get it up, just push the throttle and you're up in more like a feet or something. And then, I mean, you also have the kind of new twin timber, and also from E-Flite, the 1.6, which features 2 motors. But to me at least, I think that the twin timber then, I mean, I won't purchase the twin one, not because I think it's a bad RC airplane, but it's just a little bit too pricey, and I've just purchased too many timber RC airplanes as of now, so I think I'm a little bit saturated when it comes to timbers. I want to try something else instead. But I'm glad I purchased this one, because it's a really good RC airplane in all aspects. So I haven't got around just to fly this one on floats yet, but I have some plans just to do float flying further on. So let's see if something I can do and show. Get down, just very easy, and then just push the throttle and you're up. I mean, it just goes up in the air really quick. And even though quite severe wind today, I don't think it's influenced that bad. I mean, sometimes when I fly this one and there's just gusty, kind of crazy wind, then of course it will rock. But if it's more constant, I think it will handle just in a better way. Does have kind of the same grace like the FMS Super Cub 1.7. This one is a little bit lighter than the Super Cub then at 1.7, but still it's a kind of a hefty RC airplane. If I would then talk a little bit about the like Timber X and Night Timber X, I have flown both, and they are, I mean, more or less the same when it comes to how you fly them. But I like the Night Timber X more because it has a better design in my opinion, and also you have the LED lights then in the wing and such. But I mean, this is a kind of gentle RC airplane to fly, but the Timber X and Night Timber X, then they are just super agile. And they also have it's a really thick wing chord on the Night Timber X then, but they have a shorter wing, so it won't handle slow flying as good as this Turbo Timber Evolution. There's maybe one thing to say about landing standing, because it has a tendency just like that, to like kind of a nose over after you get it down on the grass, just because the grass kind of grab the wheels. So sometimes it just had kind of a dipped over, but then just came just bounced back on the mains and on the tail wheel down. You see it's kind of a wag on the ground. Really nice horse airplane to fly this Turbo Timber Evolution. The thing is, when you have an RC plane like this Turbo Timber Evolution, which is so featured, because it does feature flaps, LED lights, and you even get floats included, and you have, like, this is the BNF version, so you have a really good receiver inside, you have telemetry, it's a good prop sound from the 3D bladed prop. It's just a super wide flight envelope. It's really easy to remove the wing for transportation. It's easy to assemble this RC airplane. Even the box which it comes isn't really too big when you consider this would be a 1.5 meter RC airplane. So in some way, I think that if you really own this RC airplane, there's little need to actually own another RC airplane. Of course, I mean, this one is not the most beautiful one. I think it looks great when you fly it, but it's not a scale looking RC airplane. So if you like to fly like warbirds or like real RC or like real planes like the Cherokee or whatever, I think this one lacks in that department, but otherwise it's just a fantastic flying RC airplane. And I never fly with slats. I think the slope performance on this one is so great, and I even think that when you have slats, they do influence aerobatics in a negative way. And this is not really super snappy RC plane. It's not. If I would compare this one, for instance, for the Air Tractor from E-Flite, which is a similar RC plane, it shares like the same motor and the same, I think EC maybe inside. So it's more or less the same power system, the same prop. But it's so much more agile than this one. But regardless, this is absolutely one of my absolutely best flying RC plane I own.